Alright guys, trying the voiceover thing this race. Not sure how it's going to work out, but hoping it's going to cut down on the editing time. Well, as you can see, nothing actually went wrong at the start. I was just holding back and basically just trying to stay out of trouble and avoid any kind of mishaps. I've been out of racing, really unable to participate in any form of exercise for about a year and a half. And so started back in February, and so really holding back at the start to avoid mishap, but also my conditioning is so bad that even if I did get a good start, there's no way I could stay up there out front or even near the front. So just hanging back, trying to be smart and work myself back into shape, and eventually maybe try to go for the starts again. It's fun. I used to love going for starts, and so I do miss it, and looking forward to being healthy again completely one day. So. Basically, first lap, I go very easy. It's my third race back, and I've done the same thing. I go easy the first lap and try to learn the course. And then, particularly in this race, second lap, I started getting pretty comfortable and riding a little faster, started learning lines, and then the third lap felt really good. I was getting tired, but felt really good, and the lines were coming together, and really rode my best on the third lap. This course was really fun. It was a little over 10 miles, which is nice. I enjoy the longer courses much more than the short 5-6 mile courses. And it had a great mix. There was some tight stuff. Even with 30-inch bars, I had to slow down and try to wiggle through a few places. And it also had some really fast sections that were fun, fast but safe. And then it also had some really cool flowing sections through the woods that were a lot of fun. There were actually places where there were many lines to pick from, and first lap, that was a little bit of an issue for me being new to this course. So I took some really bad lines, and that's one thing you have to watch out for in this course. You need to learn the rhythm through some of these sections and the best lines, because it makes a huge difference. Some of the lines just don't work out well at all. They don't flow well, and they actually can put you in a bad position and put you in a place where you get passed by a lot of people very quickly. So learning the lines is a big deal here, I feel like. And once you do, the course is a lot of fun. I did get a little rough. Started out not too bad, but it got pretty rough by the end. But as long as you're, watching the lines and trying to stay out of the roughest parts of it, it's still really a blast and not that bad. A lot of roots in places. There were some off-camber sections that were kind of tricky with roots. So a little bit of techie stuff, but nothing too bad. Overall, just a lot of fun. Thank you. Whoa! last bit of footage from lap 2. About to switch over to lap 3. Having a ball out here. Taking my time, enjoying myself. Trying to regain a little leg strength. And it's coming back. I've been able to stand this time. For, you know, quarter mile at a time. Ginormous blister on my left hand, holding me back a little bit right now, but stopping every lap. Getting a drink. Bike has been awesome. I think it's pretty obvious I don't use stabilization on any of my videos. Just really not a big fan of it. When I watch video that's stabilized, it just doesn't feel authentic or real to me. But you guys let me know in the comments if the majority of people like or prefer stabilized video. I may give it a shot and just see how it goes. Some of these guys were tired of seeing me. I feel like I passed some of these guys like 3 or 4 times, even though we only did 3 laps. And I probably did some because I was stopping every lap for about 4 to 5 minutes. All the guys that I'd worked to get around would pass me back, and then I'd have to pass them again. But everybody's really cool, really good about pulling over as soon as I pulled up on them, and I tried to do the same if anybody caught me. course is full of a lot of this tight stuff. I really enjoy it. It keeps the speeds down. Actually, it's pretty tough cardio-wise too. I'm riding a 21 KTM 150 DPI. Really loving the bike. I had a 13 150, and then that was actually for my son, and then really enjoyed riding it. Ended up buying a 17 for myself, and then got the 19, and I have to say that 21 is definitely my favorite out of the bunch. A big factor in that is that it starts instantly every time. I've got about 13 hours on it now, and obviously I've done hundreds of starts, and it fires up every single time very quickly. KTM upgraded the starter to the same starter as the 300, and it makes a huge difference. And you know, that makes a big difference in the ownership of the bike. If you've got a bike that is difficult to start, which really all of the previous 150s were, it really affects how you feel about the bike. It's annoying, and it can be embarrassing when you go riding with your buddies and everyone's ready to go and you're sitting there trying to crank your bike looking like an idiot. So really happy with the starting. It also is a stronger running bike than the previous ones. Definitely has all of the stall resistance and some that the other 150s had. And it's also a lot stronger off the bottom and snappier. In fact, my son, who rode all of the other 150s, just visited this past week and hopped on the 21 and immediately came back and was talking about how great the power felt. So really liking it. I have swapped out the stock power valve spring for the 250 red spring, and that made a big difference, and also backed off the adjuster to basically it was sitting at about 2.4 millimeters in, and I backed it out to 1.2, and that also helped the red spring. It really brought it to life. So that combination has made the bike really fun and snappy. There is one issue I've had with it, and I think it's tied to the crankcase pressure sensor, and I need to try to work on that. I understand there is a fix for it. Apparently, being a two-part sensor, it's common for them to have a small air leak, and I'm hoping that's going to resolve the problem. It has a slight stutter coming off idle as you get on the throttle. It really doesn't affect my riding. At first, I thought it was going to be a problem, but I don't even think about it anymore. It's just more of an annoyance, and I would like to eliminate it if I can. Thank you. So I had downed a key gel pack at the start of this lap, and right about here at this point in lap 3, I was starting to feel the effects of it, and I have to say it was pretty awesome. I felt energy coming back, I felt strength coming back in my legs and arms, and I was really enjoying this part of the race unexpectedly. The last 2 races, it was basically hanging on, trying to survive at this point. And at this point in this race, I was just wishing that we had another lap. I knew this was going to be the end, that I wouldn't get a 4th lap, and so I was wishing that we still had one more lap to go. Although after I got back to the truck and sat there trying to recover for a while, it's probably best that I didn't try another lap. But at least at this point, I was wishing for more. Several people questioned my decision, I guess, to come back in the race this early, coming back from being out so long. And really, it's just 2 things. One, I just miss it. I just miss the excitement. Miss being out here. And thrill of lining up and doing the starts and that kind of thing. But also, just from a practical standpoint, There's no workout that equals coming out here and doing a race. I've tried many times to go to my practice tracks and get the same kind of workout there, but I guess it's just lack of willpower to drive to make myself go that hard. But even out here trying to go easy, you end up still whatever your limits are, you push to those limits. My limits aren't very high right now, but I push to those limits every time I line up and race. And so the workout is just fantastic, and I am very impatient. I want to get back in shape, and this is the fastest way. So I keep coming back. At this point, I'm realizing the finish line's only about a half a mile ahead, so I really tried to put in a push here at the end. Wish I could push this hard all race. Not that this is that fast, but where I'm at right now, this is pushing.